It is day 80, and you can see everyone's just getting going here. That's the shelter over there. And looking at the weather service this morning, I knew we had a lot of rain, but there's a flood warning in effect, or at least there was last night until I think probably another hour or so. We had something like 2 to 4 inches of rain overnight, and I don't know if it looks wet or not. I always say that, but it's just hard to tell just how wet it is. Fortunately, I think I crossed the bigger creeks yesterday afternoon, so shouldn't be too bad. And I'm getting rescued once again by Mrs. Mulligan today. I don't know if you can see inside my tent how wet it is. Actually, it looks wetter than it is. Put a pad on it, and it's actually wet underneath, not really right there. So I was dry, but man, it rained from, must have been from 9 o'clock last night, solid till probably just like an hour ago, something like that. And it's now like 7 o'clock, and I'm just gonna get underway, and we'll see. Hopefully not too many rocks, because they'll be slippery today. Probably, I bet there had to be 12 tents and a full shelter. So this morning's game is how long can I keep my feet dry? I don't think very long. Looking at the trail, looks like a stream. But I have nice, dry, clean socks on. I really would like to at least go an hour or two without them being soaked. But I think it's a losing proposition. It stopped raining for the most part. It's drizzling a little bit, but nothing like it was. So if it stays like this, it's only supposed to get better as far as the rain goes. It's supposed to stop altogether about noon, so the trail shouldn't get any worse, let's say. I'm not even going to try to walk and film this, but I'd heard there was a pretty serious rocky section headed down towards, I got 3 or 4 miles to Penmar, I think it's State Park is what it's called. But you can see nothing like wet rocks and big rocks and nowhere to get a level footing. Take my time. Oh, still raining a little bit too. Well, I did pretty well on the dry socks, dry feet challenge. I made it almost 2 hours, but there's no getting around the creek that I'm walking in now, really. Doesn't stop me from trying, but I'm almost to Penmar State Park, where supposedly there's a soda machine, and I think sometimes there's a snack bar that's open. And someone had trail notes that they were there on a Sunday, and there was an ice cream truck and a band playing. I'm thinking on a rainy Monday after 4th of July weekend, there'll be nothing. So we'll see. Hopefully the soda machine's working though. This is Penmar State Park on a rainy Monday. No soda machine. Maybe in the Visitor Interpretive Center, which is locked up tight, as is, of course, the snack bar and everything else. But I think I spied a water fountain over there by the bathroom, so it's not all a loss. And there's some covered stuff to take a break, so. But I was really looking forward to a Dr. Pepper or a Coke. Oh well. So this would be tempting if I was going to be here for a while. Is Rocky's New York Pizza I'm guessing they deliver to the park here. I like it. Italian food prepared by real Italians. We are not a franchise. They got me. I would be ordering in a second if I had time to wait. And they're open at whatever it is, 9:30 in the morning. Oh well. There's the scenic overlook in Penmar State Park. And I'm not sure about their math on the trail sign. I guess they're trying to say the Maine state line is 1,080 and the Georgia state line is 920, which would add up to 2,000, which would leave another, I don't know, roughly 180 miles of trail. Well, 100 of it I know is in Georgia. I've walked it, and I know there's more than 100 miles in Maine, so I'm not sure about their math. Well, I got plenty of time to figure it out. It would be a nice view if it wasn't rainy and overcast. All right, Maine 1080. I think you're less than 1080, but who knows? Here we go. And as per usual, Cap and Spidey and Choo Choo are here waiting patiently for me. They look a lot more rested than me. Maryland, Pennsylvania state line, Mason-Dixon line. This must mean it's the demarcation line for sweet tea. No more sweet tea north of here. Oh, that's pretty cool. And I think there'll be 6 states down and 7 to go. Not sure what the mailbox is all about. All right, Pennsylvania. Let's see what you got. You're keeping track at home. So far it would be Georgia, North Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland, for just 40 miles, and now Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania's reputation precedes itself here. It's also known as Rocksylvania. But I've heard that you got to take this stuff with a big grain of salt. Anyone tells you what the weather is, the forecast on the AT, or someone tells you what the trail's like up ahead, you got to take both those things with a big grain of salt, I've learned. But I did hear from one guy that said the first 60 miles of Pennsylvania is flat like this. So we'll see. I do know the second half, I'm here for at least a couple hundred miles, so it's a pretty long state. But the second half is infamous for its rocks, hence the name Rocksylvania. Look out this river. You think it rained a little bit? Just a little bit. I just crossed the road, just past that bridge with that raging creek you saw. And just before that, just in the trees there was Trail Magic, which I haven't had in the longest time, except for the great stuff Mrs. Mulligan brings. But just random Trail Magic like that I haven't had for a long, long time. And there was cold Powerade drinks, like Hostess. I think what's the ones with chocolate cupcakes with cream in the middle? Hostess, were they ding dongs? Hostess ding dongs? I don't know. I haven't had that stuff in years, but it tasted so good. There were chips, just a lot of stuff, which after no soda machine at Penmar State Park, and it's a rainy, dreary day, although it's not hot, which is great. That was such a treat, totally unexpected. So thank you to whoever left that cooler and all those goodies there. I'm here at, I think it's called Old Forge Road picnic area. There's the AT, you can see it going northbound there, but that's going to do it for me for day 80. I'm going to stop here. You see the AT goes right by this park, and so far I'm just barely into Pennsylvania, but I like the fact that the trail goes right by these parks. You've got these picnic areas to sit, fresh water, covered areas if it's raining. It feels like the sun's trying to come out. Bathrooms. Like I said, this is going to do it for me for day 80. Mrs. Mulligan is on her way to pick me up as we speak and take me somewhere dry and hopefully has hot showers for her benefit and also for mine after 3 days in the heat, humidity, and rain and everything else. So I will start up here, I think, again tomorrow.